Hello, my name is Rachel Coull and you have joined me along with Salon Trusted for my top tip for luscious hair in lockdown. There has never been a better time for you to get yourself into a really good hair routine, and today I'm so excited that I get to share with you 3 of my most basic tips that you can combine into one final look to make your hair look and feel at its best. Tip number 1, before you go to bed, make sure your hair is always sort of loosely tied up or just pulled to the side with a pleat. This is perfect for when you're sleeping, your hair's not getting sort of matted and crumbled between your pillows, or your partner or your child isn't lying on it, tugging at it, creating friction for the next morning. Which leads me on to tip number 2, which is before you go to bed, it's always ideal to invest in a silk pillow. Again, this is just helping create less friction, which will make your hair super soft and shiny the next morning, and it won't create any tugs for you to have to push your hairbrush through. Which smoothly leads me on to my 3rd tip, which is the less heat you use. This doesn't sound like this is smoothly led you on to the next one, but bear with. No heat is best, so not using any heat on your hair, especially in a time like lockdown, is going to mean your hair is going to be in the best condition it can be when all this is over and we return back to normal life. So, how does that fit into what I've just said? I'm going to teach you a really quick and simple hair updo. So up for sleeping in on your silk pillow that you can do at night time before you go to sleep, and it will leave you in the morning with beautiful soft curls that all you need to do is just wake up, take the band out of your hair, and you're ready to start your day. Let me show you. Let me get my wee pal out and I'll show you how to do this. So the reason I'm using Caroline's hair to show you this technique is because it's nice and long, which will make it really easy. But anyone with sort of shoulder length hair down, this is perfect no matter how thin or thick your hair is. People with shorter hair, you could maybe pin back the front to create some sort of a curl, but ideally sort of my length and down. Right, let me turn her around. Okay, all you'll need is a headband of some sort. I'm using a sort of silk headband. As we've spoken about, the silk is best for the hair, and it's also quite loose. So if you're wearing this overnight, you shouldn't cause any sort of friction on your head or any sort of pressure, which you don't want. So hair can be completely dry or the teeniest bit wet. When I say teeniest bit, I mean literally 90% dry. And you want to pop the headband on so it's sitting like so. All we're going to do is take about 1 inch, 2 inches section, and we're just going to wrap that round into the hairband like so. Then just take another 1 inch so section and wrap it round. So we're keeping it fairly tight, keeping the tension fairly tight, but don't worry too much if you're struggling to keep it neat and tidy. As long as the hair is always sort of kept nice and smooth, it will have the desired effect. And when you get down to the sort of centre, just keep twisting it in. Now, Caroline's hair is a bit soft and a bit silky, so I'm actually going to have to curvy this in just to sort of show you the effect. But realistically, your hair at home, you probably won't need to do this. But if you do, that's fine. Her wee headband's falling down. So the idea would then to be to do the same at the other side. So at the end, you should have something that looks like this. Now, I'm going to leave this now for a few hours. Obviously, if you were sleeping, it would be when you wake up. But I'm just quite excited for you to see what the finished result is going to be. So I left Caroline sit for about 4 hours, and this is the end result. Ooh, beautiful soft curls that are so easy, you can literally do it while you're sleeping. Now, for a final touch, we're going to add our favourite Salon Trusted product. Today, I'm going to use the Leighton House oil, which you cannot see very well in this light. But I'm just going to add a tiny drop. I'm going to rub that all the way through my hands, and I'm just going to apply it to the mid-lengths and ends. And this will just really help create a nice soft shine, super natural and not heavy whatsoever, to just finish off this look. Thank you so much for joining me on my top tip for luscious hair in lockdown.